Hey there, students. I'm back with another story. This one I'm really excited for. It is, again, a continuance of the legend of Sir Tristram. And you remember in the last episode, Sir Tristram had an entanglement in a jousting tournament with Sir Launcelot. Now, Sir Launcelot was the premier knight of King Arthur's Round Table. There's many legends written about him and how great he was in battle, how powerful he was, how just, how chivalric he was. Um, and so, in the last story, Sir Tristram fought Sir Lancelot very evenly. And it was very exciting because this was a huge feat. And in fact, Sir Tristram was a bit handicapped in the battle. He had just broken his lance in another joust. Then Sir Lancelot challenged him. So Tristram had to ride with a sword, which is much shorter than a lance, and shield. And essentially, he took a blow from Sir Lancelot, which would have been more than enough to slay, let alone dehorse, many other knights. And Sir Tristram took it. It grievously wounded him, but still had strength enough in his saddle to deliver a powerful blow to the helmet of Sir Lancelot. So powerful that it actually drew blood from Sir Lancelot. This story promises, at least by the title, to continue that engagement a little bit. After Sir Tristram won that day of the tourney, he fled into the woods. But this chapter is chapter 14, Sir Tristram's battle with Sir Lancelot, and I am very much so looking forward to reading it. Sir Tristram rode through a forest and saw 10 men fighting, and one man did battle against 9. So he rode to the knights and cried to them, bidding them cease their battle, for they did themselves great shame, so many knights to fight against one. Then answered the master of the knights. His name was Sir Bruce Sans Pitié, who was at the time the most villainous knight living. Sir Knight, what have ye to do to meddle with us? If ye be wise, depart on your way as you came, for this night shall not escape us. That were pity, said Sir Tristram, that so good a knight should be slain so cowardly. Therefore I warn you, I will succor him with all my puissance. Then Sir Tristram alighted off his horse, because they were on foot, that they should not slay his horse. And he smote on the right hand and on the left so vigorously that well nigh at every stroke he struck down a knight. At last they fled, with Bruce Sans Pitié into the tower, and shut Sir Tristram without the gate. Then Sir Tristram returned back to the rescued knight, and found him sitting under a tree, sore wounded. Fair knight, said he, how is it with you? Sir Knight, said Sir Palomides, for he it was, I thank you for your great goodness, for ye have rescued me from death. What is your name? Said Sir Tristram. He said, My name is Sir Palomides. Say ye so? Said Sir Tristram. Now know that thou art the man in the world that I most hate. Therefore make thee ready, for I will do battle with thee. What is your name? Said Sir Palomides. My name is Sir Tristram, your mortal enemy. It may be so, said Sir Palomides, but you have done overmuch for me this day, that I should fight with you. Moreover, it will be no honor for you to have to do with me, for you are fresh, and I am wounded. Therefore, if you will needs have to do with me, assign me a day, and I shall meet you without fail. You say well, said Sir Tristram. Now I assign you to meet me in the meadow by the river of Camelot, where Merlin set the monument. So they were agreed. Then they departed and took their ways diverse. Sir Tristram passed through a great forest into a plain, till he came to a priory, and there he reposed him with a good man 6 days. Then departed Sir Tristram, and rode straight into Camelot to the monument of Merlin, and there he looked about him for Sir Palomides. and he perceived a seemly knight who came riding against him, all in white, with a covered shield. When he came nigh, Sir Tristram said aloud, "Welcome, Sir Knight, and well, and truly have you kept your promise." Then they made ready their shields and spears, and came together with all the might of their horses, so fiercely that both the horses and the knights fell to the earth. And as soon as they might, they acquitted their horses, and struck together with bright swords as men of might, and each wounded the other wonderfully sore, so that the blood ran upon the grass. Thus they fought for the space of 4 hours, and never one would speak to the other one word. Then at last spake the White Knight, and said, "Sir, thou fightest wonderful well, as ever I saw land." "Sir, thou fightest wonderful well, as ever I saw a knight. Therefore, if it please you, tell me your name." "Why dost thou ask my name?" said Sir Tristram. "Art thou not Sir Palomides?" "No, fair knight," said he, "I am Sir Launcelot of the Lake." "Alas!" said Sir Tristram, "what have I done? For you are the man of the world that I love best." "Fair knight," said Sir Launcelot, "tell me your name." "Truly," said he, "my name is Sir Tristram de Lyonesse." "Alas, alas!" said Sir Launcelot, "what adventure has befallen me?" And therewith Sir Launcelot kneeled down, and yielded him up his sword. And Sir Tristram kneeled down, and yielded him up his sword. And so either gave other the decree. And then they both went to the stone, and sat them down upon it, and took off their helms, and each kissed the other 100 times. And then anon they rode toward Camelot, and on the way they met with Sir Gawaine and Sir Gaheris, that had made promise to Arthur never to come again to the court till they had brought Sir Tristram with them. "Return again," said Sir Launcelot, "for your quest is done, for I have met with Sir Tristram. Lo, here he is in his own person." Then was Sir Gawaine glad, and said to Sir Tristram, "You are welcome." With this came King Arthur. And when he wist there was Sir Tristram, he ran unto him, and took him by the hand, and said, "Sir Tristram, ye are as welcome as any knight that ever came to this court." Then Sir Tristram told the king how he came thither, for to have had to do with Sir Palomides, and how he had rescued him from Sir Breuse Sans Pitié and the 9 knights. Then King Arthur took Tristram by the hand, and went to the Table Round, and Queen Guinevere came, and many ladies with her, and all the ladies said with one voice, "Welcome, Sir Tristram! Welcome," said the knights. "Welcome," said Arthur, "for one of the best knights and the gentlest of the world, and the man of most worship. For of all manner of hunting thou bearest the prize, and of all measures of blowing thou art the beginning, and of all the terms of hunting and hawking ye are the inventor, and of all instruments of music ye are the best skilled. Therefore, gentle knight," said Arthur, "you are welcome to this court." And then King Arthur made Sir Tristram a knight of the Table Round, with great nobly and feasting as can be thought. So that pretty much concludes the story of Tristram, more or less. I wonder what's going on with Isoude, his love, or if that's going to be taken up again in a later story, because I feel like there is some lingering plot lines there, but this is really old writing, so maybe I can't expect too much for that. However, I'm going to read the next little piece of this because it is contained within this chapter, and yeah, I don't think it's going to take away from the latter chapter if I read it now. Sir Tristram as a sportsman. Tristram is often alluded to by the romancers as the great authority and model in all matters relating to the chase. In the Faerie Queene, Tristram, in answer to the inquiries of Sir Calidore, informs him of his name and parentage, and concludes, "All of which my days I have not lewdly spent, nor split the blossom of my tender years, in idleness, but as was convenient. have trained been with many noble fears, and gentle thews, and such like seemly leers, mongst which my most delight hath always been to hunt the salvage chase amongst my peers, of all that rangeth in the forest green, of which none is to me unknown, that yet was seen. Nay, is there hawk which mantleth on her perch, whether high towering or accosting low, but I the measure of her flight do search, and all her prey and all her diet know. Such be our joys, which in these forests grow. Okay. Well, that was really fun for me, at least, to learn about Sir Tristram, because while I do know of Sir Launcelot, who doesn't, Sir Tristram is a powerful, powerful character in this legend. He can hold his own in battle against Sir Launcelot, which is quite the magnificent feat. He is unparalleled in his skill at hunting. He's kind of an archetypal ranger character, which we would later see more fleshed out with characters like Aragorn from The Lord of the Rings, who are great, powerful warrior men who are also just good at hunting, surviving in the woods, and that sort of a thing. So that was fun. I look forward to seeing where it goes next. If it does go forward with Sir Tristram, or if he's mentioned again later on in the stories of some of these other knights. But that's all I have for you today, students. Okay, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay in the pursuit of knowledge. Bye-bye.